Ichthyosaurs, meaning fish lizards, were a highly specialized group of marine reptiles, which first evolved in the early part of the Triassic period, and went extinct in the late Cretaceous period, around 90 million years ago. The earliest forms such as Kimbospondylus had an eel-like body shape, while later forms evolved a superficially fish or dolphin-like shape. Ichthyosaurs were a widespread group of marine creatures. Their fossils have been discovered in many parts of the world, including the UK, Germany, the Americas, and Australia. Shonisaurus, lizard from Shozone Mountain, was a genus of ichthyosaur marine reptiles that lived during the late Triassic period. It was one of the largest of its kind, reaching up to 15 meters in length, and weighing over 20 tons. Shonisaurus is also the only nearly complete ichthyosaur skeleton known from this geologic period. The first fossil remains were discovered by miners in Nevada in the 1920s. When these remains were excavated 30 years later, they were discovered to have been the remains of 37 gigantic ichthyosaurs. They were originally thought to represent a group that became beached, while the current view is that these are animals that simply died and sank to the seabed. Shonisaurus had evolved the fish-like or dolphin-like body shape which was more characteristic of these reptiles. Its enormous length was divided into equal thirds: the head, the body, and its tail. Shonisaurus also possessed another feature that was characteristic of ichthyosaurs, a backbone that bent downwards into the lower lobe of the tail. Shonisaurus may have represented a specialized lineage or subgroup of ichthyosaurs, which was not part of the mainstream evolution of these animals. They had several unique features, for example, a greatly elongated jaw, that only had teeth in the front of the mouth. Shonisaurus was one of the largest of its kind, with one species, S. sicaniensis, which was discovered in the 1990s in British Columbia, possibly reaching 21 meters. The limbs of Shonisaurus were extended into extra-long, narrow paddles, which was atypical of the ichthyosaur group. These paddles were unusually long, and they were also of equal size, which is also atypical. The front pairs in most forms of ichthyosaurs were usually longer than the back pair,